Hello and welcome everyone to Books with Sakshi. I hope you're doing great today. In today's video, I'm going to recommend you a book and basically talk about a book because this is also not going to be like a normal review that I do on my channel because this book is quite different and it talks about a very sensitive issue, which is rape. And I've got a review copy with myself, and if you are open to read a book based on this and mainly the harsh realities of the victim, then make sure you watch this video until the very end. Also, if you're interested in other bookish content like book reviews, book recommendations, then make sure you subscribe to my channel because every week I upload new videos regularly. You can even follow me on my Instagram if you would be interested in daily bookish content. My Instagram handle is Books with Sakshi. I would love to see you guys over there. Today I'm going to talk about this book, Disclosure, a rape victim's resolute revelation, which is written by author Shionath. It's a combination of fiction with non-fiction, I would say, since the author has tried to write this book in the form of a story and keeping the identities hidden, but also since this book has shared a lot of studies, a lot of theories and research, and this book is well researched. While I was reading it, I was so happy that this book is so well researched about this topic. As you already might be knowing what this novel could be about, it's about a rape victim, something that we have just normalized, that okay, because it just happens every second in our country, in our society, that it has been just normalized, it has become a culture. And so this is just another story about another rape victim. What's new? Well, even that is what I was wondering, and that is, I guess, you are also thinking that what's so new about this. We on a regular basis we read about such cases. Forget about these news, there are so many cases that are not even reported. We only see the major cases that get to the police station. We only know about like some percent of the cases, but we really don't know about the cases that go unreported. And so this is just another person's story. But here's the twist: the author has also thrown highlight on what exactly happens in our society when such cases occur, like how media reacts. They definitely want TRP, we know. They definitely, just want to put some mirch and masala on their news just to get the attention. And that is what, through fiction and through a lot of conversation and events, the author has highlighted that, how media people are just, want to get this news so that their channel TRP also increases, and how some people from authority are talking about this issue, and what their general views are. So there's also sort of panel discussion that the author has included, so in this way we get to know what people think about this, and through different point of views we actually see this. And then coming to normal people, also what the friends of victim think about this whole scenario. Do they give sympathy? Do they pity the victim? How they react to the situation, and what they feel about the victim, what they feel about the seriousness of this issue, and how people try to tackle this thing. And one thing which we all know is silencing the victim and silencing the whole family so that no one talks about it. And we also wonder that now what will happen, because this has already happened, this has been done, what had to be done has been done already. So now what we can do? We can't do anything, so it's just better that we stay silent. This is what we are conditioned. But this book tries to advocate that you should not silence yourself, be it this case or any other case of injustice that happened to you. You have to be first of all aware about your rights. You have to speak up about it, because you are not alone in this. There are so many people who might have experienced the same thing or the other thing. Particularly, I'm not talking about rape over here, but other things as well. And if I have to share one takeaway from this book, it will be that you should not silence yourself. You should speak up. You should explain whatever you feel, and you should also advocate other people to speak up, to come out, and to accept first of all what has happened, because what has happened cannot be undone. That has happened, but we have to learn to move on, as we cannot let our life be dictated by this one single event. I know mentally and emotionally it's not very easy, it's very challenging, but at some point there's no hurry. At some point you have to stop thinking about it. So even you should go out and educate others about the same, because if you won't admit it, if you won't come out and talk about it, it's always going to be continued. It's like that vicious cycle that's never ending. Someone somewhere has to put an end to this, and it always starts with us. And not only this, but the author has also highlighted the suggestions that should be implemented on the prisoners who are actually guilty of this wrongdoing. And so, not only just the problems and the causes and what is happening to the victim, but also the suggestions which can be implemented. The author has shared all of those things as well. And this is something that I really liked, because it just not talks about the problem, but it also approaches towards the solution. And this is how I would say the book seems very completed in itself. Otherwise, if there would have been just problems and problems and problems, it would have, you know, looked at more of a rant than a book to me. So I'm very glad that the author has also added different perspectives as well as suggestions. Other than that, the trauma of the victim is clearly portrayed, and I guess we can only read, we can only sympathize with that person, but we can truly not and never understand what it feels. So the least we can do is just read and educate ourselves more and more about this. The author also aims to give out a very meaningful and great message, and that is to speak up, to admit it, and to educate others about the same. And the writing style of this book is very easy, so it's not written in a very difficult language or complicated language. Anyone can just read this book and even pass this book to others so that they can also read this book. And this book is written for a greater cause, as the royalty that the author will be receiving on every purchase of this book will be given or used for women empowerment or anything related to the cause of women. So I would highly request everyone to go and get this book for yourself from Amazon and read it, and even encourage other people in your community to read a book like this. That is it for today's video, and I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Until next time, take care and keep reading.